The Reliance, an interstellar research vessel, floated silently above the lush green canopy of Xylorm 9. On board were a mixed crew of humans and aliens tasked with studying the planet's rich biodiversity. Among them was 12-year-old Mira Lang, a prodigy in engineering and the youngest human ever accepted into the Galactic Academy's mentorship program. Mira had joined her parents, renowned xenobiologists, on this journey. However, it wasn't her parents' work that interested her. Mira spent her time tinkering with alien tech in the ship's repair bay, fascinated by the fusion of biology and mechanics used by other species. She didn't know that her curiosity would soon be the difference between life and death. The catastrophe. During a routine ground expedition, an unforeseen event struck. A bioluminescent vine, innocuous at first glance, released a spore cloud when disturbed. 5 crew members, including Mira's parents, collapsed almost instantly. Their bodies went into paralysis, their skin turning a sickly green hue. Quarantine protocols in effect. The ship's AI, Solis, announced as the affected crew were sealed in the medical bay. Dr. Elon Torvey, the alien chief medic, analyzed the situation grimly. The spores have a mutagenic property. They're rewriting the victim's DNA at a cellular level. None of our treatments are working. Mira overheard the conversation from a vent near the medical bay. She clenched her fists. There has to be something I can do. The spark of genius. Mira sneaked into the tech lab, where confiscated alien artifacts were stored for study. One piece immediately caught her eye: a shattered MedXA unit, a medical device from the advanced Xyrillian species. Its sleek, crystalline structure was partially broken, discarded as non-functional. But Mira saw potential. The Xyrillians use bioresonance to heal. If I can recalibrate this... She trailed off, her mind already racing. The task was daunting. The tech was alien, intricate, and incomplete. But Mira's sharp mind saw patterns where others saw chaos. Using her toolkit, she began dismantling, rebuilding, and reconfiguring. A race against time. The next 24 hours were a blur. Mira worked tirelessly, poring over schematics she hacked from the ship's database and cross-referencing it with her own knowledge. Occasionally, Solis would chime in, "Mira, you are in unauthorized zones. Please return to your quarters." "Not now, Solis. I'm saving lives," she snapped, sweat dripping from her brow. Piece by piece, the healing machine took shape. Mira modified it to create a bioresonance field capable of targeting the mutagenic spores. However, a critical power component was missing. She glanced at her personal datapad. Fusion crystals, the engine bay. The last obstacle. Mira made her way to the engine room, only to find it guarded by a towering alien, Sorlak, who was part of the security team. "You shouldn't be here," Sorlak rumbled. "I need a fusion crystal. My parents, everyone will die without it." Sorlak hesitated. His kind, the Rorvans, valued courage and determination above all. Mira's fiery resolve struck a chord. "Take one," he said, stepping aside. "But if this fails..." "It won't," Mira said, sprinting back to the lab. The healing machine. The machine was complete, its crystalline surface glowing faintly. Mira dragged it to the medical bay, bypassing the AI's lockdown protocols with an improvised hacking tool. Dr. Torvey looked at the machine in astonishment. "What is this?" "A solution," Mira said, hooking the device to the med bay's power supply. "It's based on Xyrillian tech. Trust me." Torvey hesitated but saw no other options. "Do it." Mira activated the machine. A hum filled the air as a translucent field enveloped the infected crew. The greenish hue of their skin began to fade. Vital signs stabilized. One by one, the crew opened their eyes, disoriented but alive. Recognition. Hours later, Mira sat slumped against a wall outside the med bay, utterly exhausted. Her parents found her there, tears in their eyes. "You saved us," her mother whispered, pulling her into a tight hug. The rest of the crew soon gathered. Even Sorlak gave a rare nod of approval. "Mira Lang," Dr. Torvey said, "you just did what an entire medical team couldn't. You've not only saved lives, but advanced our understanding of bioresonance technology. The Galactic Academy will hear of this." Mira grinned tiredly. "It's no big deal. I just didn't want to lose anyone." Epilogue. The Xylor 9 mission continued, with heightened safety measures in place. Mira's healing machine was dismantled and studied, leading to breakthroughs in cross-species medical tech. As for Mira, she became a legend in her own right, proving that humanity's greatest strength wasn't its technology, but its determination to overcome any obstacle, even those from the stars.